Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Fleming and I'm a K1 Life Skills Special Education teacher in Illinois. I made the fine motor sensory bin video that I posted, and now it's time to reveal my academic bin, which I think I'm even more excited about. I can't wait to show you. So I got two things to hold all of my materials for the academic bin. I got a dry erase pouch from Target that has a lot of my manipulatives and activities in it. And then I also got a rectangular bin, large bin from Dollar Tree to hold a lot of the other materials. So similar to the fine motor sensory bin that I created, I made 15 of these. So 14 sets for kids and 1 set for teacher materials to demonstrate online or in person. It's really great because you can use this either way. And let's get started. So to start, I want to show you some management strategies that I made and put in here. Let me pull all this out. So most importantly, no matter what, you need to have expectations for your students. So I made little visuals for all of my students in terms of what I expect for distance learning or in-person learning. So eyes are watching, ears are listening, voice is quiet, body's calm. And then this one I added for distance learning. It says stay in work area, because I know a lot of times during remote learning, the kids like to wander around and it's really hard to get their attention back. So stay in the work area was something that I added. So every bin will have one of these. I also made schedules, pictures for each one of my students, and then a schedule holder for them to use. So on one side it says to do, on the other side it says all done. So let's say the schedule is bathroom, heavy work, sign in, fine motor, and play. So once again, I will let the parents know ahead of time what the schedule is going to be so they can fix the pictures to match what we're doing. So once an activity has been completed, the child will tick it off and move it to the all done side so they know that these are the activities that are still left to do and these are the activities that are finished. Visuals work wonders with my students, so I hope you like this. I also have a first then card that I made. A lot of my students can work for short periods of time, so they'll do an activity and then they'll get a break, or they'll do a non-preferred activity and then do a preferred activity. So this really helps them understand what's coming next. This is just a little card that I made that says yes, no, like, and dislike. You can cut it into a strip, so it just says yes, no, and then have a separate strip that says like, don't like. We do a question of the week, so it's really important that the kids have something for them that they can point to or they can tell me that helps them answer the question. So that's kind of the main management piece. And then there's so many fun things in here. So I bought the ELA toolkit and the math toolkit from Tara West, and I printed and laminated some of the materials. So we'll look at some of the math materials that I printed. So a number line 1 to 20, a number line 1 to 10, a number line 1 to 5, and depending on where your students are, you can differentiate this, which is great. You don't have to have all 3. You could put 1 or none, depending on where your students are working. I also included a 5 frame and a 10 frame, as well as a color sheet so they can touch the colors. And I also included a shape sheet. Most importantly, every student in my room has a core board. On the front, it has the core words. At the top, it has some extra words such as hello, goodbye, yes, no, wait, bathroom, please, thank you, and quiet. And then on the back, it says I feel, and the kids are able to point and tell me how they're feeling for the day. This also coincides with AAC devices that some of my students have. So depending on where they are with their communication, they can use their core board, they can verbally tell me, they could use a switch device, or they can use their AAC device. So every student, no matter if they are verbal or nonverbal, will receive a core board because it really helps with motor planning and connecting all the neurons in the brain. I could go on and on about how much core vocabulary is research-based and how much it works. So I included that. The next thing I have is some word work. Some of my students are readers and are working on sounding out words, identifying sight words, and others are not. So depending on, again, where you are, you could include this or not. On the top, I made a letter mat that has double letters because I know that sometimes letters get lost and also some words have multiple of the same letter. This bottom part is from Tara West's ELA toolkit, and I have, which I'm getting ahead of myself, but I printed the one that has the car path on it. So let me give you an example. Let's do the word cat, C-A-T. So the student would touch the word at for each letter, and then to blend them together, they would take the car that's inside of the kit and say it together, cat, which is pretty awesome. Then the bottom part, those boxes help my students with where the letter needs to be written. So it would be cat, and then they could try it without the boxes on the bottom. So this is great for practicing phonemic awareness, for phonics, for sight words, all of the above. And then on the back, I also included a 4-letter word, just in case you're working on 4 letters. But this toolkit that Tara West created has a bunch of different ones for longer words. So depending on where your kids are, you can differentiate. I'm really super excited about this. I think the kids are gonna love it. In my toolkit, I have a makeup cloth remover from Dollar Tree that I'm going to use to erase. Easy peasy. All gone, ready for the next time the child needs to use it. I laminated everything, Velcroed everything, so it's ready to go. The next thing that's in my dry erase pocket are pieces of construction paper. If you watched my other video, I had a hole punch in there so kids can hole punch the paper, they can draw on the paper, they can cut with the paper. So really a lot of different things that they can do, just making sure that they have scratch paper, a bunch of different colors for them to use. These I found at Target. They're bulletin board borders, and the front is in color, the back is in black and white, and there's 2 because the first one only goes to M and the second one goes all the way through Z. So in my toolkit, I have this little bin, again from Michaels. They're stackable, really awesome because they don't shift around in the bigger bin. I bought mini clothespins from Dollar Tree. So what you can do is work on identifying letters, find letter A, they would clip it on. What letter? Letter A. Find letter J. What letter? Letter J. There's a lot of different things you can do with this, identifying colors, identifying letters. So this is a find from Target. And then the last thing in my dry erase pouch is a dry erase board. So this is harder. Sometimes it's easier to write on. This dry erase pouch, you can put sheets in it and then it makes anything dry erase, which is why I included it. And it also is a great holder for different things. But this is harder for kids who might be in a wheelchair, who might need a harder surface to put different materials on. This is great. It also has the letters on how to write them at the top and the bottom, and the back is also dry erase and it's just blank. So a great tool for the kids to use for many different purposes. So I'm gonna put all this stuff back into my pouch, and then I will show you what's in my bin. Okay. So this is what the academic bin looks like. There's a bunch of different goodies inside. So again, in this container I got from Michaels, I have the car that works on blending sounds together. On the road, I have 3 mini clothespins you can use for fine motor practice, as well as putting it on the letter strips. I also included, let me face you so you can see it, little eyeballs from the Dollar Tree to practice reading. When the kids are touching the words in the folder, the eyes are watching the word as well. At, cat, just a fun little way to make reading a little more exciting. I also have 5 gold coins from Dollar Tree and 5 silver coins from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 30, and there are 15 of the silver and 15 of the gold. And also I have cute little mini erasers from Target. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them, but they're all lined up. So I have 20 mini erasers in here that you can use with the 10s frames. Let me show you. So with the 5 frame or the 10 frame, the kids can put them on and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also included 2 different colors so the kids can sort the erasers. Every container has different erasers. So that's kind of fun for the kids. They get to have a different option. Let me put these back. So that's what's in the pink container. Next, I have a spinner that I got on Amazon. Most of my students love things that spin. And then I also downloaded and printed the math toolkit from Tara West, so the kids can put it on, spin it, number 3. They can identify number 3 on the number chart, or they can count 3 times. There's a lot of different things you can do with this plastic spinner, and I have a 1 to 5, and I also have a 1 to 10 for my kids who are a little bit more advanced. Some other math cards that I printed. I have longer and shorter. I have tall and short. I have bigger and smaller. And then I have full and empty. So opposites and also different things for measuring for math are included in this bin. All right, I already showed you my makeup remover eraser. And this, I have 6 different colored foam blocks. Again, you can do patterns, you can work on stacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then crashing it down. A lot of vocabulary you can build in with this. These I got on Amazon in a huge pack, 150 for like 20 bucks, and they're great. One side is textured, it's a little bumpy, and then the other side is smooth, so depending on sensory needs of your kids, it's a great way to meet both of those needs. And then this muffin tin is from Dollar Tree, and it's a mini muffin tin. It has 6 holders. So a lot of different things you can do. You can do sorting, you can do counting with the coins. They stay in, they're deep, so no matter what kind of material you're using, the items will stay inside, which is helpful for holding different materials and not losing things. And then each academic bin also has 10 snap cubes. So again, you can use this for counting syllables in a word or identifying the letters in the word. There's a lot of opportunity for different activities that you can use these for. I also included a little reading wand so the kids can touch the words while they're reading. The dry erase marker I already showed you. And then a lot of my students have a difficult time holding a regular pencil just because they're so skinny. So I get my first pencil, and it's a little bit thicker. I got these at Target, but they also have them on Amazon, and they're already sharpened, which is awesome because it saves so much time. So if you're looking for these, I really like these. They don't break very easily and they last a long time. So again, this bin costs about $17, and the Fine Motor Sensory bin also costs $17. So for each student, it costs about $34 per student, and I made 15 bins, so it was pretty expensive. But the good part is you can use this with in-person learning or distance learning. It's very versatile. You can use it for all ages and abilities, and I just am so excited to share this with you. So I hope you learned something new or found a strategy that you're going to try this year, and keep me posted with how everything goes. Thanks!